Alright guys, we're just working along here. We got the door skins all the way on. I texted TJ, he doesn't want tops of doors welded. But yeah, driver's side's basically all done except for the fender bolts. And then trunk's pretty much the same. I went ahead and painted some of the cage so I could set the gas tank on, like all the way in there. So I got the inside cleaned out, all the floors are good. Actually super solid floors. So now we've got basically a fresh slate. We got to do the same thing as that side, so we're going to weld the verticals real quick, weld the bottoms of doors, weld the door skin on, and then crease the front fender, and then do the core support spacers. And then once we get the core support spacers and all thread in, we will do the hood tie downs and then the window bars. Not exactly sure where we're gonna land the window bars just yet. Might have to cut out just a tiny bit of the hood to get them, you know, get the full 6 inches and get it up against this windshield wiper lip. And then we'll weld them up there 6 inches. We got a few bolt-ins to do. We got the gas tank, transmission cooler, the fuel pump and filter. We got a transmission cooler, a battery box, pedals, steering column, switch box, and what's it called? He wants a palm starter, so I'm going to put one of my palm starters in, and then I'll just order another one probably. Yeah, I'm gonna get this side welded up and probably do the bolt-ins last, since like I only have to lift stuff up and over, you know, a couple more inches anyways, and it gets all the welding out of or like a lot of the welding out of the way. We're gonna have to build some sort of custom bracket for the palm starter, and once we get everything set in, we'll see where everything lines up. I'll kind of take some measurements where he puts his seat, because we definitely want it comfortable. But yeah, the whole inside of the car I paint for him, just because it's easier to do it before the bolt-ins than to mask everything off. I paint the halo, I painted the rear window bars because I was already painting the package tray. But I am kind of thinking, it's been driving me kind of nuts. This side is just a touch shorter than this side. So I think I'm going to cut this off and redo it. It shouldn't take me very long, but I'm gonna try to get these quarters down a little bit lower. Just, I don't know. I don't even know if it really matters that much, but it is kind of driving me nuts. I mean, it looks good, but I don't know, maybe I'm just beating myself up about it, but I was thinking about just cutting the caps off, wrap a strap around it, and try to pull it down a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see where we get. I still got quite a bit of welding to do. I mean, there's a couple 100 inches of welding just in the door material. So we're gonna move on to this driver's side. I've got all the plates cut out right here. I'm gonna start grinding. And then once we air hammer this, and once we're done air hammering, then we'll put in the bolts. I'm thinking about using only 3 bolts around the fender well. I don't know. I was thinking about using three or 4 bolts along the fender well, and then 1 to hold this piece flat, but I don't know if it's really gonna matter. Probably just do 5 right there, because we've got our 3 underneath holding the flap up. But this is kind of what it looks like before and after. So, well, let's get started. I'm gonna get grinding and get these verticals welded, get the bottoms welded, skin on. The skin I had to cut a bunch off of. I don't know why. There's so much longer on the bottom that you would almost be welding it to the frame, is how long it is. Or maybe they allow a longer strap and people offset the strap downwards. And it is off just a little bit off this lip, but it'll do its job. Just to give you a reference, this is how much I had to cut off of it, because we're only allowed 2 inches on, no more than 2 inches on each side of the seam. And I don't like fighting, because you'll have a gap just from the strap. So you'd have to beat every single inch you'd have to beat over to get it around that strap, because it would only land about right there. And up front it would land in the crease, so that'd be a pain in the ass. So I just land it back on the strap. I think it's stronger than going back to sheet metal. Now, if we were allowed 6 inches, I think we used to be allowed 6 inches, but like this door skin would have came clear back here, is how it's cut out. I think they're cut out for Blizzard Bash style rules, because every other show usually only allows like a little plate or something. But yeah, backs of doors are welded, thank goodness, because those took me quite a while because everything was offset. But we're gonna get started on the passenger side and get that over with, because there's nothing I dread more than stripping cars and welding doors. So let's get her done. All right, guys, so we got the passenger side all done. We're just working on, we're gonna crease this. I've got it banged in with a hammer. I'm gonna have to make sure to work some material down in for this one. But this is before creasing. And then we'll take and fold those ends over once we get it all creased so that they match. And then we're gonna do all thread bumper strap, the hood tie downs, and then paint the inside. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so we got the core sport spacers in. We got all this side done. We got to still do the bolts, but we'll just do that when we're doing a bunch of bolts. Yeah. We got this evened up. I had to put the porta power in because it kept trying to shift, but we got the same size spacer on each side. So tomorrow we're gonna tackle the all thread bumper strap, hood mounts, fender bolts, hopefully, finish painting the inside and get everything set in there and marked out. Maybe put the steering column in when we have the hood off. maybe I'll finish this, do the steering column since it's already there. So when I'm taking the hood on and off, it's not for a very long ways. I gotta read the bumper strap rule for the front. Pretty sure we can weld it to the course port so the all thread can go up through it behind. But yeah, it's looking good. We've got it up on jack stands right now. It only had about a 2-inch gap, so we had to raise it up. But yeah, looks like we'll need two 28 to 29-inch all thread. Probably gonna go with about 29. And then, yeah, we got all of our blanks and then all of our top washers and all thread washers. We got a few more running around somewhere, but we're probably gonna end up putting one right in this corner so we can weld this corner together, because all this is held together with one bolt. So we want to strengthen that up a little bit. So let you guys ponder on this for the night, and I'll see you guys. I'll have a post up tomorrow, hopefully wrapping up most of this car tomorrow. So have a good night, guys.